What's up, guys? Lord Beardo bringing you a brand new Clash of Clans video. We are still in this Legends League, though barely. I think we only have like 39 trophies that we could lose until we get booted right out of the Legends League, and the struggle is real when you don't have your king. It is so much harder to get 3 stars and to make sure that you don't fail, honestly, because we've been having a couple fails that's dropped us pretty low. But we are going to do our best. We're using the same composition, the Lava Lunian. Actually, it's more like the Lava Dragian. That is the comp that is getting it done, smashing it. Our loons are going to circle the inside of this base, and then you are just going to leave enough time for you to float those dragons, those baby drags, right into the middle. Now, in this particular raid, I knew I wasn't going to need all of my spells on the outside to clear the 50% of the base, so I saved on to the rage and saved on to the freeze for the middle. We froze up a couple of those defenses. Now our baby dragons are sitting in the rage. They're on the the town hall and the eagle cannon, and they are crushing the center of the base, and that is the way it gets done. Now, we do have our king down. We get him back in 2 days. He will be a 39, I think a 39, a 30, I think a 39. I can't believe I can't remember that. Nonetheless, we are getting him very close to being 40. I'm so pumped to get him up to 40. My queen is a 42, so we are getting closer to maxing out our heroes. Even though we had already maxed out our queen, we are now retrying to max out our queen, and then we'll probably do another big Legends push. But what does Lord Beardo's Clash life look like when you are not seeing me push to the top? And it is pretty much just waiting on big raids, man. We're trying to stack up our loot. We don't need too much loot because we're not doing the defenses as of right now, so we are just kind of focusing on high DE raids, even though none of these are high whatsoever. It's kind of been a struggle, to be honest. Like, we haven't seen as much big loot raids this season as last season. I don't know if maybe I was trending with the higher ranked players who were completely fully maxed out elixirs, or if it really just comes down to the fact that we don't have our king. Now, I love fighting these bases. There are a lot of variants of this base where the top and the bottom are so drastically different. One side will have all the expos and all the eagle cannon, the other side will have all the wizard towers and air defenses. And these really just aren't that hard of bases to hit. I don't know why everybody puts them up. They're really kind of easy. You just stack your troops up, let them go through, use a lot of your haste spells to help your balloons around the corner, clear out as much of the defense as you can from the top left and right, leave yourself enough time and space to get the baby drags. It's the same formula as you guys have been watching, but I just don't know why people are using this base so much. I just don't get it. I don't think I've failed to a base like this in a really long time. If ever, honestly, this has always been kind of an easier one to hit. Now, something to note, not just in this raid, but in the next raid, you will see that one baby dragon raged up can beat out the Inferno from killing him. So it's kind of cool, man. You only need one baby dragon. Now, I usually end up saving 2 baby dragons just in case I need some to finish the buildings off on the side, or, you know, if you want to get that sneaky 50% if the raid hasn't gone well. But look at 6k Dark Elixir right there. He knew that no one was coming in from the south. He probably only gets hit from the north, and homeboy is trying to save up his dark, and yeah, he did. We only got 772. We did go over the milli mark, especially with that bonus, and we were able to pick up 18 trophies. So, like I said, it is definitely more difficult to raid without having my king. But check this out. So this is actually one of the base designs that we've been running in war. So it was weird to come up against this design, and I purposely grabbed this design because I felt like it was one of the harder ones to 2-star, especially with bowlers. But the air raids just kind of take it out so easily. But we just did really well. Even with this early warden ability, I was expecting my my balloons to go into the middle there. Now, I saved the warden a little bit for a little longer because now he didn't have both those Infernos on there, but that was ultimately kind of a waste of a free spell, and it doesn't even really seem to matter. Our balloons are just going to continue to circle around, and the biggest thing that I find with my raids when they go wrong, it's when I place a really bad clone spell. Now the clone spell is something that like you absolutely have to nail perfectly. So what I used to do is wait for the one side, like if one side has more balloons than the other, I would put the clone on the side with the less balloons. But what would happen is because there wasn't as many balloons, by the time I selected the clone and put it down on top of the balloon, all my balloons would die and I would just waste 4 spell slots and just like throwing it up in the air for absolutely no reason. But this one happens to go really well. We got a good clone off early. Now the queen is just continuing to sweep around and grab all the loot, and we are going to go ahead and float in our baby dragons. And this is kind of what I was talking about like a couple seconds back. You only need 1 baby dragon to finish off a town hall when you have 1 inferno by it. So we're gonna bring in 2 here. And it actually works out really well that one of our baby dragons, and now it's actually weird because the left baby dragon went all the way to the right side of the base, and the right side baby dragon went all the way to the left side of the town hall. So that made no sense to me, but it works out better that one of them got shot down, because I think if both of them would have been there, without that raid spell, they don't have as much power, and the Inferno would have been targeting both those baby dragons at the same exact time, and I might have actually have not gotten that town hall. So that really did work out in the end there, and we were able to go ahead and snatch up this 2-star. Now, like I said, with this base design, and I'm not being a bad move kind of guy, I always go ahead and get rid of my poison spell, just because when I get back to my main village, I don't want to have to throw one away. So, sorry if you're so upset about the poison in the middle of the map. I just needed to let him know, like, dude, that's what happens, dude. You got wrecked. You got the middle of your base got wrecked out, man. And we're just making it happen. Now, we're only at 49-39, which kind of stinks because we might get knocked out of Legends this season. Now, we do get our king back, so we're going to go ahead and be able to push a little bit harder because I do want to get some more Legends trophies. But this base right here gave me so much trouble. He doesn't even have the max out archer towers or wizard towers or anything, but we come up so short here. And now what ended up happening is when I put that queen in the bottom, she just gets destroyed. If I would have had my king to tank with her, this would have guaranteed at least been the 1-star. We get down that clone spell in the middle, and check out our warden in the north of the base. Why are you covering the support troops? You need to follow the balloons, man. You gotta get with the program. When your warden doesn't follow the balloons and the lava hounds into the middle of the base, it's always a way tougher raid, and that is exactly what happened. I mean, look how bad this raid goes. We got 46%. Eagle Cannon is up. We're still holding a poison. We're still holding 2 haste spells. Like, that is just really bad execution, and I wasn't too thrilled about it. Now, if we would have had our king, we would have obviously been able to lock up that 1-star for sure, but that was just a bad raid, man. I mean, minus 31 trophies. Ugh. Nikai, whatever the case may be, Merry Christmas. You pick up 30 some odd trophies. I don't think I've ever gotten a lucky defend like that, and your base is less progressed than mine. Maybe I need to grab your base design and check it out. But our clone spell will be done tonight. We got 7 hours left. If you're watching this video, go ahead and tell me what you think we should upgrade. We got 2 levels to do on the hogs. We have a lightning spell, a poison, and a haste spell, and we pretty much have the goods to do any of those upgrades. So go ahead and throw a comment in the bottom. Give me some advice. Let me know what you guys think I should upgrade, and I'll go ahead and do it, man. I got no plan. I got nothing that I have to get done, so it's all going to just be preference. Now, here's another really prime example of what the king can accomplish. This queen has got 90% of her energy taken down by 1 archer tower. And we used 2 baby dragons to help funnel her in the middle there. If we would have had our king, and I'm going to slow it up for a second, we would have been able to push our king up to that wall, and we would have taken down every one of those pieces of defense and potentially even got that X-Spell. I guarantee it. I literally guarantee it. The king, queen, you use them on the sides, you put a baby dragon or two, you help your loons funnel into the middle of a base way easier, and that's going to be the best way to get your loon raids going, is to use those king and queen nice and early, take out key pieces of defense, and create a little funneling system so that the balloons aren't shooting to the outside. The thing that kills your balloon raids is when they just split up and go away from the inside of the base. If you can centralize them and keep them in the middle and take down all the bits of defenses around the town hall, it's a walk in the park, and your baby dragons can take down the town hall so easy. The lava pups will help out. Everything will absolutely smash the base, but you gotta use your heroes for, you know, the beginning of the raid as like a tanking situation. Now, sometimes you can save them for the end and kind of do the opposite. If it's very easy for you to get your balloons into the middle, you can just put your heroes on the outside, on the opposite side of the base as your armies begin to merge with each other, and that works out well. But we don't really get any of the loot inside this raid, and it is upsetting when you find these huge payouts and you just don't have your heroes to go in there and snatch up all the extra loot. So it's weird. It's like a two-edged sword here. It's like, do you go for trophies? Are we concerned about legends? Are we trying to stack up loot? I mean, Dark Elixir is always one of my biggest goals when I go into a raid, because I'm trying to get my heroes done. I need to get these maxed out heroes so we could beat our Legends push record, which is 1790 in the world. How great would it be if we can pop that 1,000 mark and get inside the top 1,000 players in the world? That would be awesome. But we're just sitting at 1,790 with 5,808 trophies. Now, if you look, our actual best was 5,831. So we got some work to do. We have some things to prove to ourselves, and we will be doing that maybe next season. I don't want to jump the gun with that because I am having a lot of fun on the Town Hall 9 account, and I've been spending a little bit of time doing that. Also, we've been doing some streaming of Call of Duty. Now, guys, don't worry. We're not giving up on Clash Royale. We will get to the Clash Royale stream on Sundays, but we are also going to add in a little bit of different gameplay. So definitely sub up to the channel if you're a Call of Duty fan, or even if you want to actually game with me and play some matches. That would be super cool as well. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I will be seeing you tomorrow on the live stream for Clash Royale. Lord Beardo out.